Hello, friends. How are you all? In this world, many people are unable to achieve what they desire. There could be many reasons for this, but the main problem arises when people, longing for something they don't have, fear losing what they do have. Most people are like this. Everyone wants to achieve something, to prove themselves to the world, but they are afraid of losing their present comfort zone or worry about what others might think. Because of these various reasons, we never reach our intended goals. Writers, psychologists, and philosophers have been telling us about this fear-based mindset in many ways for hundreds of years, teaching us new things. From this, we can say that human behavior and motivation can be categorized into two types: avoid-oriented people and approach-oriented people. Avoid-oriented people have a mindset where, before trying anything, they look for security and guarantee that the task will succeed. They lack internal freedom, which is why they compromise in life, giving up what they want. On the other hand, approach-oriented people do not hesitate to risk their current position for a better opportunity. They do what needs to be done to reach their goal. The advantage of being approach-oriented is that their brain always focuses only on what they want. This is their secret to success. Regarding focus, Oprah Winfrey said, "What you focus on expands, and when you focus on the goodness in your life, you create more of it." If you focus a lot on something, it will grow more in your life. So, if you focus more on your happiness, you will create more happiness. If you want to achieve what you desire in the next 90 days, you must focus your brain on your goal every day. I will explain this 90-day strategy in this video. Make sure to follow it. First, strip off your old self. The great sculptor who carved the most beautiful sculptures and painted the most beautiful paintings, Michelangelo, was once asked how he sculpted David so wonderfully. His answer will help you understand how to sculpt yourself like a sculpture. He said, "It's easy. You just chip away the stone that doesn't look like David," meaning that you remove the unnecessary stone, and what remains is the true sculpture. In this context, think about what is blocking your goal like a stone. Only when you remove those unnecessary thoughts and commitments will you see results. Remember, you are the master of your own life and destiny. So, instead of blaming external circumstances, first, take full responsibility for the position you are in and the problems you have. Once you do that, identify where the problem lies. We humans never stay the same. We are constantly changing in some form. So we must strongly wish in our hearts to transform from a lazy, failure-like old self to an energetic and successful new self. Suppose you have always wanted to start your own business. The sooner you seek to become an entrepreneur, the sooner you will find a way to transition from a full-time job to self-employment within 3 months. However, while working your job, carefully observe the old thinking patterns that are hindering your goal. They could be anything, like wasting time watching TV on the weekend instead of working on your business idea, or being lazy about turning a paper idea into reality. Whatever it is, first realize the mistakes you are making. Robin Sharma said, "There are no mistakes in life, only lessons. But lessons in life will be repeated until they are learned," meaning that making mistakes is natural, but you must turn those mistakes into lessons and ensure you don't repeat them. American psychologist Robert Kegan says that no matter how many goals you set, by default, our natural human tendency does not easily accept change. This is the old self. So identify and break free from old habits, negative thinking patterns, and unhealthy belief systems. For 90 days, if you question your past self every day, your belief system will slowly change. As Michelangelo said, to reveal the sculpture, you must first break the stone that is in the way. Here's the trick. For almost 90 days, this self-reflection must happen every day. When self-reflection occurs, we stop justifying ourselves for everything. For example, when the alarm rings in the morning, if you think, "It's okay, I'm tired, I'll get up tomorrow," That thought will make you someone who deceives themselves. But through self-reflection, you will realize you need to get up and do the work you planned. We have stripped off our old self and are creating a new self. The first thing we need to do now is seek feedback and recognize your changes. If you think everything is fine without knowing where the mistake is happening, you are deceiving yourself. All progress starts by telling the truth. For progress to begin within us, we must fearlessly accept the truth. Feedback is something we need to give ourselves, so feedback is very necessary. Whether in personal life or professional life, many mistakes happen without our knowledge. If we don't identify and correct them, it's difficult to progress in life. So, take on a 90-day feedback challenge on your own. Suppose you want to lose weight, but despite trying hard, you're not reaching that goal. In that case, as part of the 90-day feedback challenge, note down your weight in a book every day before you go to sleep. Also, identify the mistakes you're making in your diet and exercise. If possible, talk to a trainer or a nutrition expert and enter the mistakes you've made in your weight loss journey. What happens with this is that first, you accept the mistake as a mistake. When you take responsibility like this, your brain stops making excuses and starts thinking about how to correct the mistake. Weight loss is just one example. Whatever problem you have in your life, the first thing you need to do is take feedback and accept the mistake. Only then can you ensure that the mistake doesn't happen again and again. There are also many ways to take feedback. You can realize your mistakes on your own, or you can ask an expert in that particular matter for feedback. Sometimes, especially in personal matters like relationships, ego clashes may occur. Even in such situations, when you ask the other person honestly what mistake you made, their impression of you automatically changes. So seek feedback and recognize your changes. In the first two steps, we discussed correcting mistakes and creating a new self with the help of feedback. Now, the third step we need to understand is aim for 10x more than you think you can achieve. What? 10x more? It surely sounds difficult. You might even doubt whether you can actually do 10 times more work. But no one knows how much strength you have or what your true potential is. So, when I say aim for 10x, I mean expand your present potential. Increase the quality of your work. Create more impact. Suppose you are running a YouTube channel and your goal is to earn 1 lakh rupees a month. Then use your potential correctly. Don't think that just because you have content, people will watch what you do. It doesn't work that way. Increase your potential by 10x. If you can make more videos, then make more videos. Give good quality in every video. Also, when setting such big goals, your brain might say, "You can't do it." In such moments, remember what David Goggins said, "Pain unlocks a secret doorway in the mind, one that leads to both peak performance and beautiful silence." After working hard and feeling the pain of exhaustion, happiness is found in that exhaustion. Once you get used to it, you will experience peak performance in your life that you never imagined or thought you couldn't achieve. So, always aim for 10x more than you think you can achieve. Next, train your brain. Albert Einstein once said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world." There is a lot of meaning in this statement because we all try to increase our knowledge, but we neglect imagination. But the power of imagination can change your life. Knowledge is formed based on your life experiences and the situations you've faced in the past. The knowledge you have has limitations, but imagination has no limitations. Suddenly, imagine a pink elephant. Automatically, an image of a pink elephant comes to your mind. Similarly, when you imagine doing a difficult or seemingly impossible dream, you give yourself the confidence that you can do it, and in turn, you build self-belief that you can achieve it. Napoleon Hill said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Whatever our mind believes it can do, it will accomplish." So, to manipulate the mind, We must use imagination and positive affirmations. We must constantly tell our mind that we will definitely reach the goal we set. When we remind ourselves of our goal every day, confidence subconsciously builds in our mind. That's why, when imagining, don't set limitations. If you have the determination to become a millionaire, imagine every day that you will have enough money in the future. However, this doesn't mean you should sit idle all day and daydream. Imagination or manifestation should be used in a way that improves our capability and hard-working nature. Not only that, when we imagine our future, clarity about which path to take and what to do automatically comes to us. We leave behind our past self, our old self, and move into a new self, thinking and working toward the future. The famous self-help writer Stephen Covey once said, "Begin with the end in mind." When you start strongly imagining the future you desire, self-doubt or negative thinking cannot do anything to you. Take any great person who has achieved something in this world. They work with both imagination and effort. Great leaders like Gandhi and Martin Luther King made the impossible possible because they first imagined the dream they wanted to achieve more than anyone else. That is the main reason. There are no limitations in imagination. When you firmly believe something will happen, it also gives you the opportunity to work even harder. So, as part of this 90-day challenge, imagine the future you desire every day. Also, every month, note down what you did for that goal and how much progress you've made. Simply put, imagine victory in advance. Get it strongly fixed in your mind. Finally, write a letter to yourself. This idea may not connect with some people. It may seem difficult. But trust me, writing a letter, especially a letter you write to yourself in your own handwriting, will definitely have a positive impact on your goals. Now, if you ask what to write in this letter, the content is up to you. You can write in any style you like with your personal touch. However, write it in a positive tone and don't forget to mention your goals. Take a paper and start with, "Dear me." Write down 3 points about what you want to achieve in the next 90 days, what changes you want to see in your habits, how you want your life to change, and how you want to feel after 90 days. You have complete control over this letter. There are no rules. After writing the letter, put it in an envelope and mention the date you wrote it as well as the date 90 days later. Doing this creates an individual commitment, and it increases the confidence that you can control your life. When you read this letter after 90 days, you might have missed some goals or not performed to the range you expected, but you will understand the improvement you've noticed in yourself during these 3 months, as well as the strategy you need to change for the future. Above all, you will get the feeling that you are getting very close to the future you imagined. So, write a letter to yourself and focus on positive growth. I hope this 90-day self-improvement challenge brings a good change to your life. So, before we end this video, let's revise these 5 points. First, strip off your old self. Along with the 90 days, if you keep questioning your past self every day, your belief system will slowly change. As Michelangelo said, to bring the sculpture out, the stone that is blocking it must be chipped away. Seek feedback and recognize your changes. If you think everything is fine without knowing where the mistake is happening, you are deceiving yourself. So, feedback is very necessary. Aim for 10x more than you think you can achieve. When you set big goals, your brain might say, "You can't do it." At such times, remember David Goggins' words, "Pain unlocks a secret doorway in the mind, one that leads to both peak performance and beautiful silence." Train your brain. When you start strongly imagining the future you desire, neither self-doubt nor negative thinking can do anything to you. As part of the 90-day challenge, imagine the future you desire every day. Write a letter to yourself. Take a paper and start with "Dear me." Write down 3 points about what you want to achieve in the next 90 days, what changes you want to see in your habits, and how you want to feel after 90 days. You will get the feeling that you are getting very close to the future you imagined. So, friends, this is today's video. If you feel like taking up this 90-day challenge after watching this video, comment 90 days challenge accepted below and also mention the point you liked the most in this video. Thank you so much for watching our videos.